friends, Dr. Sarah, Habits for Health. Thank you for popping in and having a listen to one of my chats. Today I want to talk about a system that is a very important system of the human body. It's something that actually we don't get taught in medical school currently. Well, when I was going through, we didn't. That might be changing. But it's a very important part of the body. It controls a lot of different functions, and we're becoming more and more aware of just how important it is. That system is called the endocannabinoid system. Now, I know that's a big term, and I'm going to use a couple of big terms in this video, so please forgive me. I will try and keep it as straightforward and simple as possible. But basically, the endocannabinoid system was discovered only relatively recently, really the receptors for it in the early 1990s. So essentially, the endocannabinoid system consists of, there's two molecules that we produce naturally in our body that's part of this system. One of them is called anandamide, or in Sanskrit means bliss, so the bliss molecule. And the other one is called 2-AG, which stands for 2-arachidonylglycerol. Sorry, I said that a couple of big words. So anandamide and 2-AG are the two what we call endogenous chemicals that our body produces as part of this endocannabinoid system. Now, these molecules act on receptors in the body, and these receptors are called CB1 and CB2 receptors. Now, CB1 receptors are all around the central nervous system, a huge amount in the brain, in the spinal cord, and there's also some in the peripheral parts of the body. And the CB2 receptors are on a lot of the immune cells, so your white blood cells, bone, muscle, and lots of other organs in the body. So what does our endocannabinoid system do? I think the better question is, what doesn't it do? So essentially, it has a huge role in sleeping, okay, sleep regulation, appetite, eating, mood, okay, so helping mood, cognition and memory, okay, has a role in neuroprotection, so protecting your brain, has a role in immunity, has a role in digestion. Okay, so sounds pretty important, right? And it is. It's a very important system. Now, there are some doctors. So for myself, one of my specialties I specialize in is in the endocannabinoid system. And so I do a lot of phytocannabinoids, which we prescribe if someone is deficient in their endocannabinoid system, okay? So there's some growing evidence of a thing called endocannabinoid deficiency, which has been found in evidence to be related to things like fibromyalgia and severe migraines. And there's quite a few other systems and conditions that they're now suggesting that this deficiency could be a part of. Now, as a doctor, I normally prescribe phytonutrients for these particular things, but I also suggest to my patients, and I'm going to suggest to you guys, that there are some really great natural ways to actually boost this system, okay? So ideally, you really want to be boosting your natural production of these compounds in your body, okay? Of your anandamide and your 2-AG, okay? So a couple of things. All right. Exercise is one. Exercise is a great booster for what we call upregulating the CB1 receptors and for increasing the amount of anandamide in your system. So you know when they say you get like the runner's high or the exercise high? So part of it, yes, is endorphins, but it's also anandamide that gives you that great high. Okay, things like coffee. They've actually shown coffee to stimulate the CB1 receptor, which is why I love my morning coffee when I get up. Okay, now I'm not saying coffee with like a stack of, sugary stuff and blah, not like one of those big, massive coffees. I'm talking like the straight coffee, right? So if you can get something like, if you have coffee during the day or the morning or sometime, I know some of you may not drink coffee, totally fine, but I'm just saying there is evidence that it does help with that, okay? Chocolate, dark chocolate is another thing that can actually boost it. And the reason is dark chocolate and other any sort of food or vegetables that have flavonoids in them. So they've shown that flavonoids can actually stimulate and upregulate the CB1 receptor as well, okay, which we know helps to boost the endocannabinoid system. Now, probiotics is another one that's really important. So lactobacillus, there was a study done that showed that lactobacillus actually stimulates the CB2 receptor. So, and that potentially will help with immunity as well. What else? Reducing the burden of stress on your body. So, I mean, that's fairly straightforward, okay? So helping to reduce the amount of stress. So having ways to, or what we call your distress tolerance, or finding ways to actually be able to cope with stress in better ways is really important as well. So meditation, yoga is a really good thing that you could do. I'm actually hoping to be able to do some interviews very soon with some pretty amazing people. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask someone that I know that's an amazing yoga instructor, and some other amazing people about ways that, things that will boost and help these kind of systems as well. Okay. Omega-3s. We know they're important, but there's another reason that they are very important. And that is because the endocannabinoids, so anandamide and 2-AG, are actually produced from the cell membranes, okay? And they're produced on demand. And guess what they're produced from? You're right, yes, omega-3s, okay? So if you are deficient in omega-3s, and you're not having enough, that could also mean that you may not be getting enough, or may not be producing enough of the anandamide and 2-AG, which will be really important, which is probably why we see studies that show a deficiency in omega-3 and depression, okay, and mood disorders, possibly is linked to that and the endocannabinoid deficiency. But it's pretty interesting. So, you know, get some salmon, get some cod liver oil, find some, even you can take some supplements if you need to. If you are on lots of different medications though, just do speak to your doctor first before you go and start taking a stack of omega-3s. So yeah, just caveat there, okay, not medical advice. So if you do want to start taking omega-3 supplements and you are on medications or have medical conditions, speak to your doctor first. Okay, olive oil is another really good one. They've shown that it can boost CB1 receptors. So said AIDs and over, make sure you have lovely healthy fats. So olive oil is really important for that. All right, and I think, yes, carophylline. Carophylline is a compound that we find in herbs like basil, oregano, rosemary. It's an anti-inflammatory compound, and again, it also interacts with the endocannabinoid system. So again, use real food, okay? Get herbs, and herbs are amazing to sprinkle on food, right? How good are herbs? You just, oh my gosh, put them in salads, cook them in vegetables, okay? And so now we're sort of starting to get a feel and understanding why a lot of these foods are actually really beneficial. Okay, so it's a very exciting time, really. Turmeric, so curcumin, turmeric is another one that is very important. We know it's anti-inflammatory, but now we also know that it also interacts with the endocannabinoid system too, okay? So those are some natural ways that you can boost your anandamide and 2-AG. So I would, I think the other one I was gonna say, I think it was cold showers. I'm sure it was cold showers. I have a list here. Yes, cold showers. Cold showers, okay. So it's called a good stress, what we call hormesis. That also can boost your level of endocannabinoids. Okay, so that's my little do for today. So maybe today, just think about something that you can do to go out and boost those bliss molecules all around your body. You know, maybe go grab some dark chocolate, have a nice coffee, go have a cold shower, go for a run, go make some food with some herbs and some turmeric, and you'll be feeling amazing by the end of the day. Okay, awesome. Again, guys, not specific medical advice. This is just general advice, and I will be putting some more information together on this so you can read it and not just have to watch the video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Love sharing this information with you. I just love learning and I love teaching people. So thank you so much. Thank you for being my audience here. And I look forward to our next video. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.